Hello everybody and welcome to I did this instead. That's supposed to do this, but whatever. Hello everybody and welcome to a brand new series I've started called Pro and Con, where I play a game and I determine the good elements and the bad elements and see if it should be played and respected or if it should be burned in the very deepest pits of hell itself. The debut game for this little series I'm starting is called Crash Bandicoot: The Wrath of Cortex, also known as Crash Bandicoot 4. Now, as you probably should know, I am a huge fan of Crash Bandicoot, as the PlayStation 1 was my very first system ever, and Crash Bandicoot was amazing for me. I love it. It's one of my favorite franchises, and Crash Bandicoot 3 is my favorite game of all time. So, when Crash Bandicoot debuted on the PS2, it was kind of like an image for what Crash Bandicoot was going to be in the future. And unfortunately, that image wasn't very good, as the game was met with mediocre reviews and wasn't really even liked all that well by the fans themselves. But is the game actually bad? Let's find out. Also, bear with me because I won't be using any of my own gameplay since I don't have a capture card for my PS2, so I had to borrow footage from other channels, so sorry about that, but I will put links to their videos in the description. Also, I'll be using a point system. Depending on how good the Pro or Con is, they'll get a plus or minus. 0 is about a 5 out of 10, negative 5 is about a 0 out of 10, and 5 is a 10 out of 10. So with that, let's get started. Pro. The music is definitely catchy, and can get stuck in your head, just like old Crash games. The Warp Room theme is a remix of the original Warp Room theme for Crash Bandicoot Warped. That's a lot of warps, and since I love that theme and it's even my ringtone for my phone, that's definitely a plus. And it sounds good, too. Plus, the sound effects are still there, and they sound good. So, audibly, the game is starting off pretty good. Plus 3 points. Con. The controls feel floaty. In the original games, Crash felt very solid, like there was weight to him, which made platforming better because anytime you died, it was your fault, not the game. Here, it's not that much. He feels like he's kind of on ice the entire time, even when he's not on ice in the ice levels. He kind of slides around, he's faster, his jumps are slower and floatier, and he doesn't control as well as he used to. That's not to say it's horrible, it's just not good. And it makes platforming a bit harder than it needs to be. Normally, this wouldn't really be so bad, since I said it wasn't bad, it's just not good. But platforming is a key essence to what makes Crash Crash, so it just feels like something is lost here. Minus 3 points. Pro. The level designs and even the names for the levels are still good. There are plenty of new world types, and they all look great. It still has that old Crash feel to it. Plus, the enemy variety is good. Plus 2 points. Con. The boss fights aren't as good. They're not exactly bad, but Crash Bandicoot has had some damn good boss fights. Maybe not so much in the first game, as some of them were kind of easy, but they were still good. But the second and third game perfected the art style of Crash Bandicoot's amazing bosses. These bosses aren't as memorable, or even oftentimes as fun. Not too bad, but a little nitpicking. Minus 1 point. Pro. The character models and voice acting look and sound great. They even got Mark Hamill to voice Pyro, the Fire Mask, and he sounds fantastic, because he's goddamn Mark Hamill!
I realize my brethren have had some trouble with you, my little orange friend, but I'm not quite sure why. Is it getting hot in here? Is it safe to be wearing that fur? It looks flammable!
The voice acting all sounds really good, or just plain pretty good. So there's nothing really bad there. And plus the graphics look great for the PS2, and the models are still quite solid and well done. Plus 3 points. Con. Some of the new level types suck. Not all of them are bad, but there are some good ones and fun ones, and nods to the new ones that appeared in Crash Bandicoot Warped. But some of them try so hard to be just like the ones in Crash Bandicoot Warped, yet they fail. The controls are too floaty for a lot of these, and this makes them harder than they should be, and they aren't always fun. And that's not good. Levels are supposed to be fun. And sometimes they aren't even really that just designed that well. I mean, the level designs are usually quite good, like I said, but some of them just feel a little generic. Not bad, but generic. And I don't know. Some of them are still fun, and I like those ones, but not all of them are like that. Minus 3 points. Pro. The power-ups are still fun to use. Even the new power-up, the Sneak, is useful for walking over freaking nitro crates. Holy shit, this is awesome! It provides plenty of new platforming kind of things and stuff. The others return, except the Super Body Slam, which you start off with, which I kind of like, because I always thought it was useless just to give you that as a power-up. Why not just start with it, because you already have a Body Slam. I mean, sure, it's not much, but they were my favorite part of the third game. A great new addition, so seeing them here and having them still work well is great. Also, there's some new things, like a box that makes you immune to damage for a bit. That's neat. Plus 3 points. Con. The game tries too hard to be Crash Bandicoot Warped, yet it falls short. The overworld is very similar, it doesn't feel or look as good. The gameplay and variety in the game engines is like Warped, and overall the game feels like an HD edition of Warped, yet with new levels and not done as well. This isn't too bad since Warped was such a good game to begin with. Minus 1 point. Pro. The gameplay is still fun, with a variety to keep it from getting boring. Yep, it's fun. Plus 2 points. Con. The loading times. Oh, I've been waiting to get to these. They're bad. Very bad. Before starting a level, you get to a loading screen that, although looking funny and having a decent little theme to it, they're too long, they're boring, and they take up your time. Minus 3 points. Overall, the game is slightly in the positive with 2 points, so the game is a solid 7 out of 10. Not what Crash is used to, but better than what people are saying it is. The game is still quite fun, and despite its shortcomings, it's still pretty good. Not amazing, but good. Fun to play, and I might say the completionist should probably do this game, but I don't know. Overall, the game was pretty good. So if you like this video, make sure to rate, comment, and subscribe. Check out my other videos. Also make sure to check out my supporters, all the great stuff, and I will see you guys next time. Peace out, suckers.